Liquid. Solar, beautiful feed grip onto Mugi. Rampage for no one. GG is called.
All right, guys, thank you so much for being patient. We know that was a really long wait. We did have some technical issues coming out from one of the teams, but we are indeed back. This is ESL One Hamburg 2018, the NA main regional qualifiers. We've got Pain X playing against J Storm. Pain X taking that first game, and I'm your caster Moxie. I'm here with the wonderful D2 Bowie.
Hello.
And what do you think we're going to see out of this game? I thought we were going to see an Earthshaker first, but we got a Necrophos pickup.
Yeah, I mean, I guess after losing with the Shaker, they decided to do something else. The Necrophos, still a pretty powerful hero. And, you know, for a while now, they've been banning 3 carries in the first phase. So maybe, you know, trying to shut down those Ritsu heroes. The Morphling, the Terrorblade, the Drow. So very interesting first phase bans there. I do hope on the side of J-Storm that they kind of change it up a little bit. It looked pretty good the first time they used that Shaker Mirana, but later on, it didn't seem that they found the stride. So why not, you know, play something else? I'm pretty sure they have a lot of different heroes up their sleeve. I would like to see a move Timbersaw, you know.
Yeah, we did get to see
That
that
was
the other
pretty
day.
fun.
That was so hype. We got spoiled yesterday too. We saw a Mood Timbersaw. We saw a Limp Tiny.
That is true.
Yeah, we got really spoiled. But it's kind of interesting, right? We do get the Bane pickup for Pain X. I was kind of expecting to see maybe like the Tiny pickup. That's been a very like hotly contested hero. But we get the Bane and the Phoenix, and then the Undying picked up for J Storm. So they're going very aggressive early, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked when March was playing the Undying the first game of the first series. Actually, we casted it yesterday. I think he did pretty well. And it's just a hero. I guess we actually saw this exact matchup. It was Lelius playing the Phoenix, trying to harass the Undying, and the Undying just uses the Q on you, and there's not much the Phoenix can do. So he was just chasing the Phoenix everywhere. I really like the Undying pick here. They don't really have a lot of right clickers for the Tombstone as well. You know, the Phoenix will most likely egg during the fight. So who's actually taking that Tombstone down? I think it's a pretty solid hero overall.
But it's still early in the draft, though, too. We could see some other stuff get picked up. But we won't be seeing anything like an Ogre Magi, right? Because most likely this is Lelis' Phoenix coming out. Although with that Bane pickup, it could actually be someone different, right? Because usually we see the Bane as the position 5.
King RD does play Bane 4, but yes, usually you see the Bane as a 5. I think, I mean, I wouldn't disconsider Phoenix being played as a core, especially you know, versus the Necrophos. There's a lot of magic damage that a Phoenix with more farm and more levels can actually output versus a hero. But yeah, it could go any way. They're gonna take the Batrider out, very good versus the Necrophos in lane. So I guess they assume it's actually a support Phoenix. And the Mirana is open. I would like to see something to pair up with that Bane, you know. Kunkka definitely fell a flavor, so maybe the Mirana, maybe. I like Bane, but he sometimes feels as the Undying, like he's good in the laning stage, and then, you know, it's pretty easy to cancel the Fiend's Grip. And Undying, actually, I think he's better as the mid-game comes than Bane, because you have the talent that the Tombstone drops, and then the Tombstone gets super hard to kill at level 20. I just think the hero actually scales better than the Bane.
But I mean, the other thing that's nice about the Bane, right, is it does provide you with some of that lockdown. He's pretty good at harassing in lane, being able to, you know, do that little bit of exchange with the Brain Sap. But the BKB piercing spell, right? Because right now we look at what J Storm has, and granted it's very early in that draft, but they don't have anything to really cancel the channeled ult other than the, you know, the Scythe, which is something that, you know, you don't want to use on just a Bane. You want to pick a bigger target, a higher priority.
Yeah, that is true. We do have the silencer ban, so there's not going to be any globals or any easy abilities to cancel the Bane. So maybe J-Storm will draft something else. They actually banned the Brewmaster, even though they had a good laning stage. I guess the Brewmaster very good at dispelling the Fire Spirits, so easier to take the egg down, and also easy to cancel the Fiend's Grip. So pretty.
That's true. Yeah.
And they actually played the safe lane Brewmaster, right, with Mu?
Yeah, they did. They did. Yeah. We had that for one of those matches, but they do pick up the Mirana.
I like it, and it's also a counter pick against J-Storm because Forev really likes playing the Mirana. So I just think it's a great idea. Mirana has a lot of burst magical damage earlier on, very good versus the Ghost Shroud from the Necrophos, and also very good at taking the Tombstone down. I just think it's the perfect pick here.
Yeah, definitely. With that leap being able to give you a little bit more attack speed, it's always very, very nice. Plus, you've got the setup from the Bane, so you can get some long-range arrows. which is always really nice when you've got that on your team and it's not being played against you, because then you're just really angry all the time.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, now G-Storm. Let's see how they're going to.
Ooh.
Now that is a hero that kind of fell off hard after the nerfs to 719C. It's still a pretty good hero, I would say. I do like Terrorize versus heroes like Bane. Very huge cast range to cancel the.
And you do have a talent too for the extra range
Yes.
on that too, which is really, really nice.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
So this is probably going to be position 4 Dark Willow, which I prefer over the position 5, and Undying on the 5. I like this. I think Dark Willow, maybe people stepped away too far from her. It was a big nerf, but I still think the hero offers so much.
Oh, I play a lot of this hero. I love this
Yeah,
hero.
yeah,
It's
and-
a fun, and also, the voice line, her like
I was
laugh,
gonna
that's
say that.
psychotic, that lasts for like 5 seconds, is pretty great. That's my new goal, Bowie, is that I'm
Alright.
going to learn how to do that laugh and then just keep my mic open in pub, so when guys ask me, "Oh, are you a girl?" just laugh maniacally and just scare them all away. That's my new plan.
Nice.
But no, I mean, she's got a nice kit. It did see a lot of nerfs that came out, but still, I feel like it's a good pick, especially like if you've got a draft that can kind of fit her in very nicely. But we do get the Earthshaker pickup, so this is a couple ways to set up that arrow. Gives you some nice team fight. What do you think about the Earthshaker pickup here?
I like it. They stole the combo from J-Storm, the Shaker Mirana. I'm surprised the Shaker actually made through the draft.
Yeah, right?
So far, and the Shaker has a lot of AoE, very good versus the Shadow Realm from the Dark Willow too. It's just Lockdown versus Necrophil is always good. I think they have a pretty good draft here on the side of Pain X. They're gonna again be able to save the last pick to CCNC. It does look like they consistently do that throughout the game. So the Shaker really is my question here. Is that a support Shaker, or is that an offlane Phoenix? Because
That is the million-dollar question, right?
yeah, I would prefer the offlane Phoenix. I think this hero really does well with farm. One thing that we didn't mention about the Dark Willow is that she has very fast, very low BAT, so very good at taking the egg down. That was something they were liking a little bit. Although, I mean, if she gets Fire Spirit, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I would like to see the Phoenix as a core here, the Shaker as a support. I think he really fits the role very well, can always go for rotations. The Fisher is already enough to set up the arrow anyways. And you just try to go for a very farmed Phoenix.
So I actually have a question for you about Dark Willow, because I've thought about it and I actually don't know. If she gets hit with a Fire Spirit and then goes into Shadow Realm, does that purge off the Fire Spirit?
No.
No,
Because it
okay.
only disjoints projectiles, and
Okay.
the Fire Spirits is just a thing. Just a
Right. We did get a Life Stealer, though. That's
Oh.
a hero that we don't see too
Yeah.
much of anymore because of the kite ability. What do you think about that?
I mean, for now they don't have a vehicle, so that is a little bit worrying.
Is this going to be a Brile Storm Spirit, though, is the question? That is a...
Possibly, but they can ban it right now.
They
and I
can?
think it's a very real possibility that it gets taken down. I think they recognize that the Phoenix is going to be a core, so the Life Stealer, one of the better heroes. Yeah, as you can see.
I think they have to run it as well. We found out during all of that downtime. Again, thank you guys so much for being patient with us. I believe Lelis is having some massive ping issues,
Yeah.
so I think it's better if they put him on a hero that's a little bit more, I don't want to say point and click, but not going to be super dependent on making that perfect timing coming in. So it most likely will be, if I had to guess, a Lelis Bane, and put Flea on the Earthshaker and the Phoenix.
Yeah, that is
Most
true.
likely 40R. I don't know though. I could be wrong. Be totally wrong. But they do ban
So-
out that storm.
With the Storm banned, there are heroes like Quap available, but I don't think
you
we're
want a
gonna
Quap
see
here.
that. So what other? I mean, Puck is a
No, nope. That's the only person who still plays Puck is Papita.
I mean, I actually think this is a decent Puck game.
Okay, okay.
You don't really care about the Shaker rotations to the mid lane. It's very hard to get the arrow. You just destroy the Bane with your silence, and even the Phoenix to that regard.
That's so much pressure on the Life Stealer though to be all of their physical damage.
Yes, that is true. But if you take a look at Pain X, it's not like they have like high armor heroes
That's
or
true.
those incredibly late game heroes. So I think it's actually it might be their best choice. I'm not sure if there's any, because if the Leicester doesn't have a vehicle, he's gonna struggle so much. It's even more pressure because then he just gets kited. You want to be able to either burst the Bane at the start, burst the Shaker or the Phoenix. And right now there's no possibilities unless he goes like Blink Dagger. But usually not the greatest first item on the Lifestealer.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to actually pick up here. And they're actually built pretty well. Like, so, you know, if they try to initiate onto this Lifestealer, especially if they try to use, like, the Fiend script immediately because he's got the Rage up, they can just go and throw the Dark Willow, Terrorize out,
Yep.
and kind of counter it.
It is a vehicle of some sort, but
It is, yeah. Yeah, he is a hero that's going to want to pick up a Blink Dagger, get in the middle of everybody, but I don't know. I'm a little not 100% sure on this. You know, I'm not going to second guess March, though.
yeah, for sure.
You know, he sees things that we don't, so it's...
And it's also about the heroes that they want to play, right?
Right, right.
Even if you think of a quote-unquote better hero, which is arguable at best, but the DK, we saw them playing the hero already, and I just think it's a solid hero. It offers them push that they also like. So
Yes,
it's
they
not
abs-
also about enabling the Lifestealer, but, you know,
And more lockdown, right? Because they are a little light on that right now. You do have the Cursed Crown that'll be able to go and lock down, but having that Dragon Tail will help a bit as well, especially if you can, you know, find someone early like the Earthshaker and just kind of lock him down before he can get in the middle of the fights.
Oh, for sure. Now, Pain X, again, they're going to have the last picture CNC, I guess. It could be mid-Murana, but I assume they're going to pick something like Huskar. That's
There you go,
exactly
for the
what I was
Huskar.
going to say. It's actually pretty good versus Dragonite. You can always, not only your life break goes through Lifestealer's Rage, but you can dispel the open wounds. You can actually dodge the Dragon Tail if you're good enough. You can dispel the Curse Crown. I know there's a lot there, and I do think it's a pretty decent matchup for the Huskar in the mid lane.
All right.
Nice. I think they're in a good stride here. I really like Pain X drafts. I hope they're not having any ping issues or anything, because it looks quite solid. I have to say.
The Necrophos headed over into that mid lane to deal with the Huskar here. I guess it's got a little bit more sustainability, right? Because you got the Death Pulse at the very least.
Yeah, you have the sustainability, and you also have the Ghost Shroud, so you can always disengage a little bit, heal.
A little bit.
Even if you take more damage, you still...
A little bit.
yeah.
But yeah, no. You being able to have, like, those wand charges and whatnot, and popping the Ghost Shroud. And
you're also range hero, so harder for the Huskar
definitely
to get on top of it.
Definitely.
All right, so it's going to be a Ritsu Murana. Very nice. And the Shaker. Yeah, they're not going to have the Murana Air Shaker combo that we saw, but they're going to have the Murana Bane, which is maybe even better.
Still very, very good. Definitely potent.
All right.
Like we said, definitely Lelis over there on the Bane. I think just the ping issues, they had to give him something different. I think that's just too difficult otherwise for him to try to compensate. What did they say, like 300 ping during the chat? It was a lot.
Yeah. Even then, even if they gave Bane for him just because of ping issues, I think they actually got a pretty decent draft that makes the Bane slightly better than just a normal random Bane pick. So yeah, it's all gonna be about Bryo and how this lane actually goes. The Huskar Necrophos, I never saw the lane actually playing out. I would say still slightly Huskar favored, but the first levels might be hard on the Huskar because he doesn't have the way the Burning Spear scale means that only at level 3 he's really strong. So maybe from level 3 onwards, it's gonna be slightly harder for the Necrophos. The first level should be fine.
All right. Well, we're about to see what's gonna happen here. Oh, look at this. We don't even have a pause, Bowie. These boys are ready to go.
Okay.
No Ritsu bathroom break. No.
Okay.
Everyone's ready. I love it. I love
4
it.
heroes from Pain going to that off lane. They really wanna.
Again, I want to shout out these guys because it was a really, really long pause. We didn't have a lot of information what was going on, and they still seem like they're in a very good mood. They seem chipper. They want to play and have a good match.
Yeah.
I respect that. I totally respect that. And already, look at this poor Milan. Getting chased out of his own jungle by Flea and Lelis here.
The Fisher taunt there by Flea, just making sure they can get some dominance in this top area. So they're probably gonna, exchange bounties 2 for 2. They're sending the Lifestealer to this bottom lane. So I assume they don't really want to have the Lifestealer versus the Murana lane. They would rather have it versus the Phoenix, and it looks like the Phoenix.
It's already making the rotation. Yeah, look at it.
Yeah.
All right. There's the horn.
They already blocked the small camp from J-Storm. So nicely done there.
Pretty standard runes here. Some movement, though, coming over, trying to just harass Milan just a little bit here. Brain Sap coming out. Forever just, you know, taking a walk in his jungle, getting harassed by a purple nightmare demon. Just another day in the dire jungle, right?
Oh, a lot of damage, actually. Poor Forev.
Yeah, and look, Flea also coming forward here. He's going to be able to, you know, punch him a little bit more. He's a little bit faster,
Oh, and
though,
he
isn't he?
doesn't
Can he
have
get
the
the body
Brute Fire.
block? Yeah, there's the Fissure. This might actually be first blood, although nope. A little bit more. Lelis finds that first blood over on Forev. I thought maybe they'd be able to get away scot-free because of that Bramble Maze, but no. And they still keep 4DR up here.
Yeah, this is not the lanes that they want. The Phoenix, a lot of magic damage. The armor from DK doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I think the TP is actually coming out, though. We'll see Lelis making his way to the bottom lane just for the harass.
I think these lanes are great for Bane.
Tough lane. Look at poor Forev. He just wants to hit some creeps, and Lelis says, or sorry, not Lelis. I'm so sorry. I'm so used to seeing him on the Phoenix. 4DR says no. Absolutely not. You don't get to hit anything in this lane. Or if you do, you get to hit it very slowly here. Lelis needs to be a little careful. Going to trade off with that Brain Sap here. How's our middle lane going? Because this is the match we were kind of question marking, right? You think that, you know, Necrophos is good until, what, level 3 for the Huskar?
Yeah, and CCNC, he started with the point in the Berserker's Blood, so he actually has a lot of denies just because of the sheer attack speed. So
Oh, look at that, actually.
yeah, he's doing very well. 8 and 6. The Necrophos is not gonna be happy.
I mean, are you ever happy when you have to face off with a Huskar?
Yeah, I think very rarely.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem. Taking advantage of this here, too. Look, just Bryle just getting chipped down again. Has a fissure, too. Oh, he's toast. Another TP coming out here. Looks like Necrophos going right back to that mid lane. What a nice fissure, though, coming out from Flea. Just the icing on the cake here. They're trying to put some pressure over here onto Forev. They don't have the mana right yet for that fissure, but we do have some mango sitting over here onto Flea. And while that's going on, they actually get a kill on March in the bottom lane. It's like they did use that Nightmare too, so I'm guessing we had a nice... No, we actually don't have an arrow.
Yeah,
So.
they just used the leap. A lot of damage there.
Just made it happen.
No level 2 on the Undying, so they knew they could be aggressive. And that's, you know, you just get one extra deny if you actually abuse your power spike when the enemy is level 1. There's just so much you can do. Oh,
He's zoning
CNC
pretty
needs to be
well over
careful
here.
there.
Yeah, that's Death Pulse running for him. How's that Fairy Fire? Is going to be okay. Top lane, looks like they tried to get the jump over here. Shadow Realm's going to get used from the Willow. Long distance from that Shadow Realm. Will be able to get used on the Phoenix. Has a Salva. Flea coming forward. They want to put some more pressure over here onto Forev, I think, but they just don't have that opening. Bramble Maze is down, though. It does have a high cooldown, so they could go in again if they want. In fact, Flea already getting into position. They'll be able to swoop, slow him down just a little bit. Enchant Totem coming through. They go and they use that Mango. It's looking not so great for Forev here. He's burning down just a little bit. They need a little bit more damage, and they will actually find that kill. Now it looks like Willow almost able to take down 4DR here, but not quite. And in the mid lane, CCNC does manage to get a kill on Bryle, and bottom lane too, we get a kill on March. Can we get any more? Moo trying to run himself out here, but Lelis still hot on his tail here. Does have the Nightmare, has the Brain Sap. There's the Nightmare. Needs to be careful because Forev has made a rotation. I think if he wasn't there, it could have gotten a couple right clicks off and maybe use that Brain Sap to get a kill. Be pretty close though. What do you think, Bowie?
Yeah, I really like Ritz's skill build, right? He doesn't have arrow. He knows that it's so easy for the Lifestealer to use the rage, and you don't really want to kill, like, it's okay if you kill the Undying, but you really want to pressure the Lifestealer. I really like his build, very, like, you don't see that every day, especially when you have a Bane.
Oh no!
This is kind of going out of hand, right? That CCNC Huskar. I'm not sure if they didn't plan for it, or maybe they expected
I don't know. I mean, it's...
the Necro to do better. It's just...
I mean, this has been very typical of CCNC lately, though, right? It's the fact
Yeah.
that he's just been very, very strong in that mid lane. Oh, Moo.
When
Gotta
they
be
pick him
careful
lane
here.
dominators, he just goes off.
I've been a big fan of CCNC since I believe the first time that I actually got to cast on the TI ticket was actually TI7 for like some of the qualifiers. I was casting with Z-Rock and it was Team Freedom.
Oh.
And I was just like, wow, you know, I was really impressed by him. And, you know, Z-Rock being Z-Rock just, you know, laughed at me. Because, you know, he knew all the players quite well. He was, I believe, their manager for a little while. But I was just like so hyped. I was watching him play Lina and Quap, and this dude, like you said, he's just so good on these like lane dominators, and also just was taking some decent damage here. Oh, in comes that Shadow Realm. It's gonna be okay. Well, Lelis making this rotation. He's gonna go for that Brain Sap. Gets himself a kill. March just a little bit too late here.
That ward from Pain. Necrophos felt like, you know, nighttime. He felt he was safe.
What's happening back here? Oh.
This is...
What's happening? Yeah, they take down that Tombstone. Now they're adding another Spirit here. I think 40R might be in a little bit of trouble, but it looks like they're not going to be able to quite catch up with them. Does have those boots up and running.
Huh. Okay. Alright, so in terms of levels here, they're going to get level 6 on the DK. That's definitely something they can use. This is Catapult Wave. Forever will most likely get level 6. So I wonder if they're going to send Heroes bottom, if they're going to try to at least change the pressure from the mid lane to somewhere else so that the Necrophos can start getting levels. Because Brawl is level 4. Like, they have this Ancient stack, but it doesn't matter. Who's going to farm that Ancient stack?
Right.
Okay, so...
Again, look at this, the CCNC. Bullying Braille over here in the mid lane. Ghost Shroud gonna come out. Just try to heal up just a little bit here. Does have a salve as well. Bottom lane looks like they've got their hands over here onto the Phoenix, but 40R is gonna be able to swoop himself out of harm's way here. It doesn't feel more like South American Dota right now with the amount of
kills?
Amount of kills and action that we're seeing across the board. Just the aggression alone, like especially just this mid lane. Like, look at this. Bryle can't go anywhere near these creeps. The second he goes anywhere near them, CCNC just bodies him here. Please, sir, please.
Yeah, and it's all
Bryle's just a child. Why are you doing this? Somebody think about the children.
That Storm ban was so good for them because, you know, there are some heroes that when you get level 6, you're like, okay, now I cannot die anymore.
Ooh, Fissure comes out over here onto Milan. We'll have to use that Shadow Realm. They'll go and use the Dragon Tail as well. Throwing out that damage here, and they have to be careful. Have to juke around the Bramble Maze, looks like. He's going to be okay, though. And it looks like Necrophos has just been like, I don't want this lane anymore. Send someone else. March actually hanging out here, getting some of that XP while the Necrophos goes over here to the shrine.
But look, click at March. He has no items. He's such a sad Undying.
Well, he is position 5 Undying.
He's position 8 Undying.
Position 8. Oh, bottom lane. 40 he pops that Fairy Fire, tries to juke himself into the trees. He's actually going to be all right. He has the 1 charges, or stick charges. Very, very close, 40-something hit points. TP's coming out, though. Looks like Bane going to make this rotation. Lelis coming forward. Just try to pull some of this aggro over here. There's some dancing around in the back side here. You got Flea making this rotation. Spots out Milan. Hayspear does get picked up over here on March. There's a Shadow Realm over here. Fissure comes through. We'll block off Forever. He's just going to go hit these creeps. Lelis gets the deny off. Doesn't have a lot of mana here. Does have 5 stick charges, though. There's going to be the Nightmare. The swoop comes in. They're going to try to slow down Forever. They'll change it, though. Put it over onto Milan. Enchant Totem coming out. There's going to be the Bramble Maze. They need a little bit more damage here. Can they get it? It's looking good. 40R on a killing spree.
All right. So yeah, like, even if the Necrophos farms, which he's doing right now, he's gonna get level 6, it doesn't really change his game that much. It gives him a little bit of kill potential, but the Huskar, it's not gonna die easily to the Reaper side. It's rough. I think Necrophos is a hero that kinda relies on winning his lane or just getting even. When you have a lane like this, I don't even know how you bounce back. They're gonna have to...
Was it just too early of a Necrophos pick, do you think, too, on top of that? It did feel a bit early, right?
Yeah, it felt early, but they knew that, you know, the Huskar was open, that I guess maybe they, you know, we had such a waiting time, maybe they were not really thinking it through.
Fissure comes out, they find Milan over here into the trees. Flame Spirit's going to be thrown out by, oh no, the Cursed Crown comes through though. Here for the Phoenix, can they get this? It's looking pretty good right now. Forever just running for Dragon Tail because that one more hit. And Milan's still going to be able to get that kill now. Flea forced to be on the retreat here. And what's going on top? Oh, Moo. No match for Ritsu and Lelis here.
Alright.
Dragon Form gets popped bottom. And I don't think Flea really wants to go forward into this. What do you think?
Yeah, he doesn't.
Not yet.
The Bane is so high level. He's almost level 6 already. I think they can defend bottom here.
Fissure comes through. They don't have egg up just yet. They're so close though. Look at this. Flame Spirits come out. They also have the Moonlight Shadow on the Mirana. Oh, Lelis just runs right forward, throws that. Poor Undying. March. See you later.
Ooh.
Bottom lane. Like, do we have egg up? We do have egg up now. Fire Spirits are on cooldown though.
I do like how they're playing on the side of J-Storm.
It
You have to pressure, like your DK is your only hero having a decent game and you have to use it.
Yeah.
The problem is that they're going to lose their mid tower, it looks like. And since he's level 11, 10 minutes in, he is going ham right now. And if they get this, it opens up Roshan. They're going to have to keep grouping up onto this DK. They do have the Reaper side now, and they're going to have to get some good fights.
He's had such a good lane though, right? Poor Bryle just can't stay in lane. He's actually forced out trying to rotate.
Yeah.
But like you said, like how does a Necrophos catch up, really?
And even the Lifestealer, right? He doesn't even have usually a good timing for that for the armlet is like 10 minutes, and Lifestealer is only 3 items. Oh, speaking
right until Lelis Fiend's Grip comes out. Where's the rest of the team? They need a little more bit. Here comes CCNC. Life Break comes out. That should be a dead move. He actually gets the Infest off. They've got the Nightmare down, and then comes Dragon Knight. They're kind of pincered up around here, immediately following up with Bryle. He can get a scythe kill here. They get that dunk off, and they'll finally be able to take down CCNC. That revenge must feel so good right now. They're going to chase after Flea a little bit, but he's pretty swift. I'm not sure they're going to be able to quite grab him. Drops a ward for extra efficiency. I like it. Fissure lands over here onto Mr. Moo. But I think that's going to be the end of the engagement there. So maybe a little greedy coming out. But I mean,
fast by the Lifestealer, right?
Yeah, and it was just the perfect timing for March to be there
he
too.
Dodged so much Burning Spear's damage because of that.
What's Ritsu got here? Yeah, Ritsu's going to have that Dragonlance completed soon.
Alright, the Dark Willow gets level 6. That's pretty decent for Milan. Yeah, they have all their ultimates now. This is going to allow them to take some extra fights, but with no Reaper side, I'm pretty sure the Huskar could either keep grouping up with his team or either Roche. I think with the Fire Spirits level 4 already, it's very easy for Pain X to just group up in Roche.
That's actually such a big problem for them too, because like you said, the Reaper Scythe is kind of like the big deal to kind of deal with, you know, the Huskar, because he doesn't want to sit so low. But if he's got an Aegis, you got to do it twice, and you don't have that twice.
Yeah.
How do you deal with him then?
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. You're gonna need a very lucky, I guess, Dragon Tail into the Curse Crown, so the Huskar cannot dispel it, because it's so easy for him to life break the Curse Crown. Right. And Roshan, there you go.
Yeah, I do like that they just went into the pit. That's very objective driven right now. Nice arrow coming through. Man, I'm just remember what game was it where the Huskar got bashed at the last second and died?
Don't say that. They have the Shaker to tank.
They do. No, they do. But I just remember that one game, and it was Duster, right? Duster was the one who ended up
taking the
Aegis as an ogre magi.
Yeah.
You know, you do what you got to do, right? Yeah, they got this. They got this. There's CCNC's Aegis. They're going to make their way top now. We have Moonlight Shadow available, too. Arrow's going to come through right onto that Dark Willow, plus the Sunray and the Fiend's Grip. See you later. Can they get them some more? It looks like they're going to be able to go throw that Nightmare over here onto Forev. Rest of the team making their way over. Yeah, absolutely. Fissure Block coming through. You're not going anywhere, Forev. Just keep running there, buddy. 5-man rotation coming here. They've got that Aegis, too. Man, it just feels like Pain X is just hit their stride and says, all right, we've got a best of 5 coming up, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's get going.
If you look at Brian March, they actually use the Tombstone to farm an Ancient stack, and they're still, like, the Tombstone ended, and they're still farming it. It's so hard. Like, I understand they want to enable those heroes, but they don't really have Ancient farming heroes, and it's just getting out of hand here. 14-2. They're gonna have the Reaper side. They actually have the Reaper side ready again. I don't think there's gonna be, like, high ground or anything, but
I don't know, with the way that they're playing here, right? Because you get the kill on CCNC, that's great, but then, you know, he's got an Aegis. He's going to come right back up again, and he's a huge problem. Yeah, he just goes on that. Arrow comes through. Oh, it lands over on Forev. Not like this. They're going to be able to take him down. Nice Terrorize coming out from Milan with that Shadow Realm. Not going to be able to do enough over here. They do land the Curse Crown over onto Ritsu. They're going to go right back in. Again, there is no Dragon Knight to have to deal with. CCNC just going to town over here on these, they use the leap. Arrow comes through, trying to maybe land over here on Bryle, but I mean, look at this. They're not afraid to go high ground at 14 minutes. They're feeling strong. They know they've got pretty good backup. The Sunray's gonna come out, heal up CCNC. How do you get on this dude? Like, look at this. Lifestealing can't even come here. All right, there's going to be the DK. He's back up again. They're going to back themselves out. That arrow coming through, and the Fissure again.
Yeah.
Bowie, another Icarus dive coming through. Looks like Piranha might be in just a little bit of trouble, but CCNC over here, they'll actually go and use the Scythe. Is not enough over on Doritza. The egg comes out. They'll pop that Aegis, but Marchi's burning down so fast. They'll take him down, and Huskar's right back up again. He's going to go get Dragon Tailed by Fereb, but immediately, look at them. They just walk away. They're like, well, I don't know what we can do to this. What do we even do? We just let them take our tower.
Yeah.
And like, Egg's not even up anymore. Cursed Crown, okay, that's great. It's a nice idea, but you know, what do you do? Again, 4DR sitting back. He's got that Sunray if necessary. Braille whoops, that Ghost Route. Gonna try to jump on CCNC again and again to be able to find this opening over on the Dark Willow. They've got that Fiend's Grip. They'll take her down. Lifebreak comes out over here onto Fereb. He just cannot cut a break, and over in the back lines, Fleet was waiting so patiently, gets a nice Echo Slam, and they're gonna chase everyone down. Moo is toast. Bryle is next, and it looks like it's not gonna be long for Mr. March. The GG gets called. 15, I will say 16-minute game coming out. Pain X, really surprising. I know my expectations here. They look good, Bowie.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't think this game really shows everything that J-Storm has to offer.
No,
It was clearly an outdraft, but I don't know. It's so hard, right? You last pick Huskar, you're playing Necrophos. What can you do?
What can you do? Yeah, you couldn't do anything. It was so much harass, and then that one Fissure coming into mid from Flea made it just sealed the fate basically. Poor Bryle. So it was a tough game. They got a lot of momentum and they took advantage of it, and that's a lot of Dota, right? Is efficiency and getting in there while the iron's hot. For
sure, and I really like the way they snatched the Shaker, they snatched the Mirana from J-Storm. It just looked like they start to understand, I guess, themselves and the other teams that they're playing as well. I guess that happens when you play those teams over and over again. Yeah. And they're looking hot. Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, they've played each other before, too. That was the first game that we actually went and cast, was the upper bracket between Pain X and J-Storm. So it's interesting to see, J-Storm 2-0'd them before, and now Pain X. Like, it's such a tight region. Like, that's so exciting for Dota, right? Like, you watch the first series, and you're like, I mean, they're definitely way better than Pain X. And then Pain X does the same thing. You're like, I don't know anymore. So now it makes you wonder, right? Because we watched Complexity the other day, and they, Limp was just on fire. He was making all the space in the world for J.O. Are we still going to see this now going into the finals? Yeah, or is it going to be totally surprising? Like, this is so exciting when you have a region that's like this close with a lot of these teams. So definitely. And the momentum, I think it really will help Pain X, especially since they're a new team. The momentum always helps. And it's going to be the CCNC versus Limp battle, CCNC always win. Oh. What is this win probability? Yeah, sometimes when they actually think that a draft is way better than the other one, it does that. I haven't seen that before. Yeah, I saw it. There was like a game at TI, I think. It was like they had Spectre. It started at 60% win rate already. And you're like, okay. Right. Oh my goodness. All right, well, congratulations to Pain X. They've secured their spot against Complexity for our BO5 coming up. All right. Oh my goodness. So make sure you guys stick around. You don't want to miss this. You never know what's going to happen in this region. Super, super hype, but we will be back, hopefully after not too long of a break.
ESL One Hamburg is brought to you in part by Intel, Mercedes-Benz, Vodafone, DHL, Alienware, Logitech G, and PaySafeCard.
I do. I want to get in there.
Wow, I'm not dead.
Are you dead?
Yeah, I'm dead.
Never, dude.
Dude, look at that macro pyre, dude. Oh my god.
Game, record, and stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Rover, here. Fetch. What are you doing? Oh, Rover. Red Bull gives you wings.
The RP from Fada. EG lose everything.
The Hurricane Pike rupture! Absolute